Hey guys, it's Sean Zinn, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 6 on the year, guys. I wanted to do one a week, was behind the eight ball, but I'm starting like a banshee now, just tearing it up, making sure I get a lot of value to you guys, my community, and I have one of my best friends on, and I can't wait to have a great conversation because it's Connection Conversation Show, and we're going to drop some major value. You're going to have some golden nuggets of information that you're going to learn from us. And if you please hit that share button, hit that wow button, and please make sure you put in the comments any questions you might have. Hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're on the replay. And guys, anything you want to know, drop it in the comments, and we would love to engage. Let me bring on Dave Maver.
How's it
He
going?
is. What's going on, my man?
Not much. How are you?
No, this is awesome, man. We haven't, been able to do this in a while. We've been talking about doing video, and you just started doing some video. You want to talk about that? Well, first off, Dave, who are you? Let's let the community know what you're all about and who you are.
Well, first off, you got a nicer background than me. I'm looking. You got some like reclaimed wood back there. I'm in my basement where I've got the gym back here, which also there's a clothes dryer for my clothes. So your background's definitely nicer. So I'm sorry. What was the first question again?
Who are you? What are you doing?
So Dave Maver. I'm a Renzo Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and for the guys that don't know, Renzo Gracie is probably one of the most legendary fighters, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, coaches on planet Earth. And that's what I do for a living. I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I own Renzo Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Warwick, New York. That's my business.
Guys, this place he has is like state of the art. It's beautiful. The mats, it's beautiful colors. Did you pick out those colors?
I did actually. I want to stay true to the gray and blue design. And Renzo's in Manhattan is known as the Blue Basement because the mats are all blue, wall mats are all blue. So I want to go with the traditional Renzo Gracie colors, blue, and then I like the way the gray looked on the walls. And we benefited from our building. Our building is a historic building, and it's from, give or take, I don't want to give wrong information, but I think it's from 1890, 1888, wow, somewhere around then. So we have original tin ceiling. It's got a lot of character to it. So when you see it, the building inside is exquisite. It's awesome. You could see in all the photos, you see all the, like I said, original 1890 to the building, tin ceiling, followed by the gray walls, followed by the blue mats. And a lot of thought went into it to set it up, perfect color scheme and make it look great.
One major thing I know, I've been there. You want to get a warm up before you get there, you got to go up to 3 flights of stairs to get to the top.
If Renzo Gracie Manhattan, that's headquarters, kind of like Main Academy, is the Blue Basement. We are the Blue Attic. You have to go up plenty of flights of stairs before you get to us. We are on the 3rd floor. It is a lot of steps. That's the most challenging part usually for a lot of people coming in. And they always say it's like the first time they come here, the hardest part was walking up all those stairs to get to our room.
It's definitely you. I mean, I've known you for years now, like over a decade. I consider you one of my best friends. And
I consider you best friend. I don't know about
yes,
one of, but best.
Yeah. And you are one that lives and breathes like fitness, exercise. I mean, look at the guy. He's got in his background, he has his basement. He is constantly working out, keeping himself fit. But it's important to do that because then we're getting older, right? So we have to make sure we're going to keep our health in check, especially what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's key. I mean, I started, I've started since I was a kid, and I love working out. I love training. It's all I've ever done. It's been my passion. I've never had another job other than something fitness orientated. I mean, we were phys ed teachers together in Patterson for years, over a decade, and this was all I ever do. I got interested in it when I was younger. Continued through college. Finally found out in college, man, you could do this for a living, and I'm like, wow, this is great. This is something I was paying to do. I could do this for and actually get paid for it. And then I continued with my passion, and luckily enough, I'm able to do it. And you are correct. I mean, this started when I was a kid, and continued through my teens and 20s and 30s, and now in the 40s, it becomes even more important for us to continue to stay fit. And this has just stayed with me. And I could honestly say I've never missed more than 3 straight days of training since I was probably 20 years old.
Man, I can't vouch for that. I like training. I like working out too, but getting older, man, I was busting a buddy of mine. I have tennis elbow. I'm like, I started baseball like 2 weeks ago. Started throwing again, and I wasn't as active as I was. I started getting back into running and stuff, and my elbow's killing me. And I'm like, holy shit! I didn't feel this way when I was in my
That's
20s.
that. No, I didn't feel anything in my 20s. I could go out all night, be able to train in the morning, and no ill effects. And now, at my academy has mixture of age groups. We got everything from 4-year-old kids to 65-year-old guys. But we have a lot of competitors. A lot of them are very young; they're in their 20s, and I'm trying to keep up with these guys. I tell them all the time. My goal is to be the first guy to take out Father Time. That's my primary goal. But I got all these young kids, and they inspire me. I go there every day, and I see the energy they have, and I just draw from that. And I'm so excited to go to work every day, but I never take off. Like I see these young guys training. I'm like, all right, I'm going after. And there's days where I'm sore. There's days where I'm beat up. There's days where I'm tired, but I never let them know. Those guys push me to become a better person. And, I'm forever grateful to my students, for that, but I will never usually give them the satisfaction other than right now to know, how tired I am at times, how beat up I am at times from them. But that's what keeps me young, is training with all those young kids. And, it keeps my energy levels high. And I honestly think the fact that people always ask me, how do you do it? How do you get up? How do you train all the time? Like on a given day, I mean, yeah, right now is a different situation, but up until last week, I put in 13-hour days, and I'm literally on a mat for 8 of those, 9 of those. Every day I'm there in the morning for privates. Then I do regular class during the day. I'll have a private after. I'll come back. I'll be on the mat straight from 4:30 till 10 o'clock at night, and I train every single round with my guys. They'll tell you, guys and girls. I keep saying guys, but both. I never take anything off, and that's what's kept me so young. That's what's kept my body so fresh. I think is that I never don't train it. People are always like, "How do you have the energy?" And I'm like, because I always train, so my body just gets used to it.
Right. And you take some time off, you really will feel it. I know this guy, man, we would have time off. He'd do his kettlebell workouts in between. He'd go for jogs, take his naps every once in a while.
I
I
was
know
going
you're
to say,
not
listen,
napping.
no, you better still include naps. I mean, even at everybody knows I'm a notorious sleeper. I love my sleep. Like even everybody at the jiu-jitsu school knows. Like if it's an off day, you know, mornings for jiu-jitsu guys are similar to what a rock star's morning would be. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That's when a rock star's morning starts. That's kind of when a jiu-jitsu instructor's morning starts. I'm up earlier than that, but because I got the 5 kids. But everyone knows I like sleep. That's
You
my
have
main
to.
thing. And nobody knows better than Sean. I mean, this man has legitimately seen me sleep on trainers tables,
On the
floors,
floor.
yoga mats, in a desk. We worked together for, like I said, over a decade, and I never missed an opportunity to take a nap at least once a day.
No, it's definitely needed, and
We'd
especially
we'd
having
scare the shit out of people occasionally. They'd walk into an empty room, and we'd be sleeping. So, but that was all part of it.
no, you definitely have to take that time. It's funny, you look back and that allowed you to stay healthy, and we keep doing what we're doing. And you inspire me, and how you're doing things that you jumped ship from teaching, and you went into it full boat. You didn't like, I'm gonna do it for a little bit. Like, you went into it, you're focused, you're motivated, you have your why, you have your 5 kids and your wife and your family, you're making sure that everyone is taken care of. But that's what drives you, and it's inspiring, man. And you gotta keep that up, man.
No, I appreciate it. Same here. I mean, I see the passion you have, and everything you bring too on your side, and the energy level you bring, and that's what I have to do. I mean, I was a teacher for over 15 years, and I was a phys ed teacher, health and phys ed teacher, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed every moment of it, but it wasn't my dream. And life's too short not to visualize your dream. And my dream was to own my own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu academy, and to run as successful as possible. And listen, I took a chance. When I walked away, everyone told me I was nuts. If I had $1 for every person that told me I was crazy, you're walking away from tenure, you're walking away from a pension, you're walking away from job security. Everyone gave me a million lists as to why I shouldn't do it. And they're like, you're getting up there in age. This is crazy. You got 5 kids. Don't do this. And great health insurance, great this. I mean, I had everything, but I would just return back and just say, listen, that's not my dream. That's not what I envisioned myself dying. One day when people look back and say, what was he? And what did he do for his living? What did he do? And I wanted mine to be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And look, at teaching's awesome, and I loved it, and I killed it. I brought it every day. Every single day I brought it. And I loved every day I was on the job. But it wasn't my dream. This was my dream. This was my passion. And it was tough. I walked away from teaching, and I loved the kids, and it was not an easy transfer. It certainly was. I'd be lying to you if it was, if I said that. But man, I opened up a jiu-jitsu school, and the same passion, same energy I brought to it. And, it's like Field of Dreams. If you build it, I think it was They will follow or they will come, something along those lines. And that's what happened. The school exploded. The school absolutely exploded. And, and people just kept bringing new people in, and it was all word of mouth. I never paid $1 really for advertisement. People just loved it and just came in. It was all homegrown, and it was great.
I think it's because of the energy. And guys, we got about 13 of you on right now. Please hit the hashtag live if you're on, and ask us any questions you might have. On the replay, hit the hashtag replay. And if you're involved in business, drop a website, drop a cell phone so we can connect. And don't forget to hit that share button. But I think, Dave, that the energy, you bring the energy, no matter what you do, if you have the energy, people will follow, and they appreciate that, and they know that you're not going to bullshit. You're going to do 100%, 110%. And that's why I think your following just grown tremendously, because they know you're the leader at the top, and that's what they want to be around. They want to be in that situation that you bring.
No, I bring it. This is my passion. Every day, I'm telling you right now, I wake up, and when I have to teach, I mean, as everyone's aware right now, I'm sure we're all struggling, with the coronavirus right now. But what I do is every day I bring it. So I get up, and I can't wait. I'm eager to get into class. Like, I can't tell you how much I look forward to getting up, getting into that first class, delivering it, bringing it, and going all out into there. And it's that passion is contagious, and other people feed off of it. And, my members see that, and they do the same thing. And, the situation I'm in now, I built up this passion, this tremendous group of people that, I absolutely love, all my members. And, now I have to adapt. Now I've hit a point where, due to the coronavirus, I'm in New York, and New Jersey has the same thing. I'm right over the border in Warwick, New York, actually 62 Main Street, 3rd floor of Warwick, if anyone's interested in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But we were forced to close. And I had to close my doors on my last class was Thursday, almost a week ago today. So Friday, I closed my doors. And it was, I took a day or two, and, I cried a lot. And this was my life. This was a huge part of my life. And I took 2 days and I cried. And it's tough for me to admit as a tough guy, but that's really how I did with it. And then on the 3rd day, I said, no more. I've got to evolve. This is my life. I'm going to continue this. And, I'm not super tech savvy, but I chipped away at it right away. Just spent, hour after hour over the last couple of days. And that's it. We're doing virtual school now. And I'm teaching every single day. I'm teaching adults 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, live with Zoom. I learned how to do everything. It's an interactive class. People could ask me questions. I could turn around. I could watch them drilling the moves with their partners. And that's what we got to do. We got to evolve. I have kids classes 3 days a week right now. There's a lot. And if there's any kids out there, like I said, you don't have to be near me in Warwick. You could be far away and learn interactive. We have kids classes Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 11 a.m. And then 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, we have the adults at noon. And that was it. I had to evolve. If I didn't evolve, my business is going under. I'm facing tough times just like every other small business owner. But like I said, I cried for 2 days, and then I picked myself up and said, listen, crying's not going to solve my problems. Like, I want to continue teaching jiu-jitsu. I want to continue to show my passion. I want to continue to help people out. And that's why I said that got to go the virtual route now.
They say this all the time. All new businesses are innovated in times like now. when you can't work, what do you do? Like we're on right now at 8:34 at night. We could be watching TV, we can be working out, we can be doing anything, but we're actually educating, dropping value, giving information to people because this is the way to we can communicate. This is how we can spread the our messages. I would love for you. Can you explain exactly what jujitsu is?
Okay, so what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, the best way to describe it is it's a ground-based martial art where a majority of the fighting takes place on the ground. The objective of the sport is to take your opponent and bring him down to the ground where you have a distinct advantage, where size and strength isn't as useful anymore, but rather leverage and technique. And it's designed for a smaller, weaker person to be able to defeat a larger, stronger opponent using leverage and technique. And it's the greatest example of that. And the best thing I could ever tell people to do is go back and watch, Renzo's cousin, Royce Gracie, in the first couple of UFCs. I believe he was the smallest guy in the first four, and he won 3 out of 4. And the reason why I didn't win the third one is he had gotten injured. But other than that, and you saw the effectiveness of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu early on, how it's grab your opponent, bring him to the ground, and we use submissions predominantly to end the fight. Chokeholds or strangulations, arm bars, leg locks is the new thing to end the fight. So it's for an audience that understands high school wrestling, it's almost like if you could imagine wrestling with submissions would be the easiest way to put it in layman terms. Most people that went to high school have seen, walk past the gym or something and saw wrestling. It's essentially that with submissions. It would be the easiest way to explain it.
No, that's awesome. And a lot of people think, oh, mixed martial arts, that's like that fighting to the death stuff. And that was like the beginning. That's what they kind of marketed, but they changed the game. It's more technical today.
Yeah, so I mean, these guys are world-class athletes. These guys are elite athletes. And it started off, I mean, you have Olympic gold medalists now. You have, champions from boxing and kickboxing, trying their hand in the sport and coming over. And you have it completely different. It was marketed incorrectly early on and marketed as there are no rules. And, but it's not that. It's actually not barbaric, at all. It's everyone I've ever met through it has been an unbelievable person, very genuine, generous person. And it's definitely not what you think it would be. We're just a bunch of barbarians going out there. It's actually a very caring group. It was just marketed very poorly early on, but if it wasn't marketed that way, maybe the sport wouldn't have grown early on. I don't know. So I mean, if you look at it now, it's a huge success now. So you can't really argue with the way it was. It wasn't a sustainable way to market. They had to evolve too, just like I'm evolving now. I'm evolving, going virtual. What they initially had got a ton of hype about the sport, but it wasn't for the long game. It was to make, very short-sighted, and then they had to evolve and make it more, regulated and more sport-like.
No, it's definitely, one thing I've noticed, and you've shown me video, you've shown me pictures, his academy with the mats. I mean, how many people fit in that room when you're training in like a session when you were actually live? There must be like 30, 40 people there, and it's complete sweat everywhere.
It is. I'll be the first one to tell you, I have the most loyal members. I love you guys. If any of you guys are, I'm sure at some point you guys will see this. They are so dedicated. I can't say enough positive things about them. They show up every night. Like there's academies where there's 3-4 people on the mats a night. Not our guys and girls. They bring it. We have 30, 40. I mean, we've had seminars, whether it was Gary Toman, Frank Rosenthal, like big name guys, we've had them in there. Nick Suriano, we've had up there. And we've had obviously far larger groups. That's usually when everyone shows up. And we've had times where there's like 70 people in there. But every night, it is not rare to come in Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 30, 40 people on the mats. In fact, Thursday was our last day, and before we had to close due to coronavirus. And I kind of felt it was going to be my last day. I wasn't 100% certain, and there was a lot of hesitation in training because the social distancing had already been told, for people to begin to follow to help to offset, the contraction levels, I guess, of it, or, spreading it from person to person. So I saw the writing on the wall, and, I was starting to get questions. But Thursday night, last Thursday, I had a packed house. That'll tell you how loyal my members are. I mean, I had 20 plus people on the mats. That'll tell you, even with the social distancing being told, I still had that many people because they were that excited to still train jiu-jitsu.
And guys, you also get in your training, you're a black belt. Like you train with the man, and you actually rise up in different rankings too. I've noticed you're doing a lot of, maybe selfies or pictures with your, students growing. They're getting different
Oh,
levels.
they're growing. They're getting better. Yeah, and like I said, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I started with Renzo. I've stayed with the Renzo system the entire time. I would never leave. That's my ride or die team right there. Team loyalty is big to me. Like I take pride in that. I've never not trained in a Renzo facility or with somebody of a Renzo affiliation, and that's something I take, great pride in. And now I'm seeing that same level thing. There's nothing that gets me more excited than when I see my own students succeed, and they're getting better by the day. I mean, when I opened this academy, they were all brand new, never trained before. I have students giving me trouble now. Like, a year into training, I have problems with them, where I have trouble actually like catching them. They're catching me, and it's really been, an awesome journey to see their growth and see how much better they're getting. And it's been fantastic. It truly has. And as an instructor, nothing gives me more pride than seeing how good they've gotten. And, the greatest thing I had this year was our academy's around, a little over a year at this point. And at this point in the tournament, which was, I believe, I want to go back, could be October. And we won the whole team title. We won the team title, had the most points. And, that as a coach, that was unbelievable for a brand new school to have done that well. And I saw so many of my students on the podium, gold medal, silver medals. Like it was an awesome sight to see.
Now you're seeing all the hard work and all the years you've been doing, the culmination, man, everything's coming about, and it's beautiful to watch. And is there anything final that you would like to share with everyone that's watching? Any tips or tricks or any strategies? I love it how you're doing social media, which I know this man for many, many years, and he doesn't like, doing
a couple things.
Did I lose you? You still with me? I think we lost you.
Yeah, I lost you for a sec.
There you are.
The feed broke up. But yep. Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
I got you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
All right, now I got you back, much smoother.
All right. Perfect.
So I got the gist of what you were saying. So the main thing I got to say to people is this: as a small business owner, we're hurting right now, guys. We're hurting. Restaurants, gyms, myself, like, we're not opening up for the foreseeable future. Like I don't know exactly when. We have no timetable. One of the things I really want to stress is coming on here is please help small businesses out. Like any gyms that are setting up virtual training, please keep your membership. Please sign up for the virtual training. Do whatever you can, because these places that you love where you go for stress relief, they're not going to be there. If we don't support them now, they're not going to be there. People keep saying, "I'll come back to you when this is over." Small businesses, our margins are not high, guys. Like it's not like we're millionaires. We're rolling in it. We get by paycheck to paycheck, and that place that you love to go to will not be there. That your favorite restaurant, your favorite bar, your favorite gym, that trainer you like working with, they're not going to be there unless we support them. And I can't stress it enough, guys. Let's try to support our small businesses. I know I'm switching over to virtual Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes. If anyone's interested, please reach out to me. Best way is probably Instagram message me. Believe it or not, it's Renzo Gracie BJJ Warwick. That's the best way. You can go on my website, RenzoGracieWarwick.com. That's another way to get in touch with me, and just email me through that. But we've got to really support our small businesses through this tough time, and that's my primary message. I mean, yeah, I can come on here and say other stuff, but it's not just me. It's I'm evolving. I'm trying to stay on top of this. I have to keep my business open. Like I said, I spent 2 days where I cried, and now I'm back. Like that's it. Grinding every single day, putting in time, evolving. If you don't, if you don't evolve, then you're just not going to make it anymore in this market. But for those other businesses that are trying, try to order some food from that restaurant. Any fitness center that's doing online classes, please try to jump on them. That would be my main message. And make sure you stay working out through the coronavirus. Listen, main thing you got to do is not be stressed. Best stress reliever, They're talking about even right now, one of the biggest risk factors for the coronavirus is obesity. Let's get that weight down now. I mean, use that. And even if that's your motivation to stay in shape, use this as your stress relief.
No, this is awesome, man. I love you, man. We definitely dropped some major
I love you
nuggets.
too, man. I can't wait till we can see each other.
Right.
In person.
Definitely make sure after we're done, go back in and drop your website, drop the handle for Instagram, drop any phone numbers you want them to contact. And guys, and any way they can get in contact with you for that virtual training. I would love for my community to jump on board, man. Just definitely take a look at Dave's stuff. I know you're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. And you might even trek an hour to go to an actual live when we get back to doing live stuff. So
listen, I can't wait. I'll tell you right now, the day I get the cleared to go back to, having full classes, I'm pumped up, I'm ready. But in the meantime, virtual training will still allow us to, keep staying in shape and keep getting better at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. Well, keep crushing it, brother. I'll be in touch.
You got it. Like I said, I'm looking to see when I can actually see in person again. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
It better be soon, yeah.
All right.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later on. You got it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There you have it, guys. Facebook Live number 6 on the year. David Maver. You got to check him out. All his contact information will be there. Please reach out to him, friend request him, check him out on Instagram. Continue focusing on your health, guys, and growing your business. I hope you stay healthy. Have yourself an awesome night. Take care, guys.
Did you hear us screaming in the background?
Not really. Just blocked it out.